I get asked this question as well, and what I'm doing with my channel as you go through the videos is I'm trying to answer all the questions that I've gotten over the years about shooting stock video and photo or shooting video in general. And then I'm also looking at the forums and seeing what people are asking questions on the most. And then I'm also doing tutorials on sites and stuff just to give you the best information I can for where you're at. And I'll also be working on some higher end stuff for stock video shooters. And I'm working on some ebooks and things of that nature that will hopefully be coming out by the end of the year. One of the questions I get is buying a gimbal worth it? Now here is a motorized gimbal. So is buying one of these for your stock video worth it, or for video in general? And I would say absolutely yes. The gimbal, you can use it to do tilt shots and pan shots, and you can use it really, really good like that. It's easy to put together, easy to hook your camera up to. Depend on what gimbal you buy. You can go online and watch videos ad nauseum about details on how to set any of them up that you purchase. So this is not a technical review of a gimbal. The question is it worth it? And yes, because of the stabilized look you can get with your gimbal, and you can get tilts and pans and shots that mimic a crane in a small package. That being said, it takes practice to learn to walk with a gimbal, okay? So don't just throw your camera on the gimbal and run outside, and what you're gonna get is this number. Yeah, you're gonna get this number. You gotta learn how to walk, because the gimbal doesn't take out shake this way. It'll take out shake this way and this way, but it won't take out shake this way, okay? So when you're walking, you're still gonna get a little jitter. You have to learn to walk. Now, when you take this gimbal and you combine it with a camera that has IBIS, and you put a little warp stabilization in post, there's the magic. That's where you can get some amazing tracking shots. Even then, it takes practice to get good tracking and running shots with your gimbal. But it's a fantastic tool. You know, another tool that I've mentioned in other videos is, you don't find this anymore. Ta-da! This is a fig rig. Now you can get all kinds of stabilizers that look similar to this, but what makes the camera stabilize, and especially again, this A7 III has stabilization built in. I can hand hold that A7 III and get shots like shoot where I'm holding still and not walking, and the stabilization works great. The A7 III, what I have found personally, is when I walk with it, unless I'm shooting at 120 frames a second and focusing really hard, the stabilization does not work while walking in 4K at all. And the best way to stabilize your footage is weight, and also to get your grip wider apart on your camera. So when you add weight and get your grip apart, you're able to move. And so if you don't want to buy a gimbal, buy something like this that you can get your hands apart. You can just screw your camera on and you can get good shots, okay? You're not going to be able to get the same kind of shots that you are with the gimbal as far as tilts up and down, but you can still get real good shots walking and tracking with this. I have made thousands of dollars using this little rig right here. You can put your camera here and mount a monitor here, and boom, off you go. It draws quite a bit of attention. People like your steering wheel, and this does too. It draws a little bit of attention, but once you learn to use these tools and use them well, it adds another dynamic into your video and another skill set that you have to use. So is a gimbal or stabilizer worth it for your video? Absolutely. The other caveat is learn how to walk with it, walking smoothly. Again, there's lots of videos on YouTube of how to walk with a gimbal. It takes practice. So go out and shoot stuff, not planning to submit it to any stock or using it for commercial value. Just start practicing with it and you'll get the hang of it. Some people get it really quick and some never do. So it's okay. You know, you do what works for you. Again, I'll point out that the stabilization in the camera, if you're just anchored, you're not walking, and you're holding the camera and you're thinking about holding it still, then you can hold and get your shot. You can hold and get your shot without anything, because if it has built-in stabilization, it usually does pretty good if you're good at holding still. Hey, I hope this was helpful. Hope it answered some of your questions. I'll leave links to everything in the comments below. Anything you can do to help this channel is appreciated. If you have any comments on what you would like to see on this channel, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments below. We will see you in the next video.